Hello, my name is Jenny, and I am a national board certified health and wellness coach, a diabetes prevention program lifestyle coach, and creator of the A1C Reset Protocol, my signature coaching program to help busy individuals like you lower their A1C, balance their blood sugar, prevent diabetes, and sometimes they lose a few pounds. So here I am today to talk about something that a lot of my clients go through, especially around the summertime, and that is managing the social pressure that comes with all the events, the pool parties, the barbecues, the vacation trips, kids being out of school. All of these things create a lot of changes on your schedule, on your eating habits, and also puts you in sometimes situations that can be hard to say no without offending anyone, without maybe making you feel grandma bad that you are not going to eat that extra slice of pie or dessert that she specializes in. But here I am to tell you that you are able to enjoy the holidays, enjoy the vacation time without jeopardizing your health. And now, the first thing that I want you to do is think about your why. Why is this important? How far have you come? And celebrate that. Bask in that feeling of everything that you have accomplished and how important it is for you to continue. That is going to give you that push and that security and that boldness to pretty much establish your boundaries with anybody that comes in. The second tip that I have for you is create scripts. And when I'm saying scripts, I mean think about the scenarios that family member that maybe is the one that always pushes for extra, or that family member that maybe is actually a little too involved on your plate and wants to try to dictate or thinks it's a health guru and is giving you all of these advice. Think about those scenarios that are possible and think about a couple of responses. So, let's say that you go to a restaurant and everybody's ordering dessert and people are asking, well, how about you? What do you like? Oh, you're not going to have anything? You can politely say, no, I am keeping some room for an extra drink. Or I enjoyed that meal so much. I am absolutely full. No, thank you. And that's that. Now, there may be other scenarios that you may want to think about. Maybe it is about the drinks. And maybe you can just incorporate and change the drinks and be like, well, drink this cocktail. And we all know that cocktails sometimes pack a lot of sugar and a lot of calories. And maybe just one seltzer. It's like, well, I'm just watching my alcohol intake for now. But thank you so much, right? Like, be apologetic and switch the conversation. Try to switch into something else that is not food related. Those two things typically work for most of my clients. If you have any other strategies, feel free to comment. But try to think about the scenarios and practice. Practice even on the mirror. Look at yourself and practice on the mirror. And the third and final tip that I have for you today is to actually loop in those treats. One thing that a lot of my clients struggle with is that they're so focused, and I love that they're so determined, they're so committed to their health and wellness journey that they completely eliminate social activities. They don't go out, they don't go to restaurants, and I actually sometimes have to assign my clients a task of going to a favorite restaurant and navigating it. There is so much empowerment when you can actually go to a restaurant and just place the order exactly how you know that it's going to support your blood sugars, that it's not going to create a spike, that you're not going to have that slump right after dinner, that you're going to need a nap, and you are going to feel so much better. So think about, okay, I'm going to this restaurant, look at the menus, look at the options, and in your head, plan what is it that you would want to order. How can I incorporate the three elements that I teach, which are to make sure you have protein, make sure you have healthy fats, and make sure you have some sort of fiber. If you have those three elements, your plate is going to be balanced. And if you follow the diabetes plate, you will know that half of your plate should be non starchy vegetables. Practically everywhere, even a pizza place will fix an amazing salad for you, would add grilled chicken to it, and you can actually pair that with your pizza. Let's say that you go to one of those fast food restaurants that have hamburgers. All of them, They will actually either eliminate the bread completely, either maybe do it open face, and in some cases, they will actually wrap it in lettuce. With the fries, you can actually pick if you want to get the fries or not, if you want to swap it for a different side, if you want to use a side salad, if you want to use a yogurt cup with some fruits for dessert instead of like that cookie. There are so many ways that you can do that. And if you really want that cookie, if you really want something specific that it feels like a treat, loop that in. And when you do that, make sure that you're drinking enough water that day, that you make sure that you're adding movement throughout the day, that you're actually eating well and you're not going super hungry and ravenous right before that visit to that restaurant or even that event. And that way, you're going to be able to make better decisions. You're not going to be hangry, like I tell my clients. You're not going to be so hangry and then eating everything and anything that crosses your path. And also, one thing that I tell my clients is if you're going to have a treat, don't waste those calories in a mediocre cookie. Make it the best treat. Enjoy every bite. Do it mindfully and reward yourself in a way that, okay, I am in control. I'm making the decision to have this. And then turn right back into your habits. That is the secret for sustainability. Because remember, when you deprive yourself, when you get into these very restrictive diets, they may work for a little bit, but then after a while, it becomes too much. You feel too restricted. And then the moment that you are exposed to any of these elements, you're going to go full force and overindulge. The idea is to practice that 80-20 rule. Make sure that you're balancing your blood sugar with all of your habits 80% of the time, and that will allow you to have those treats and have them without negatively impacting your health and wellness, especially your A1C. So, hope this helps. Subscribe if you found this helpful and you want to get an alert every time I have a new video. And feel free to comment. Please share what is that strategy that you have to turn people down in a nice way. And also remember that if you don't know where to start, I have a blood sugar balancing snack list that is completely free. And I'll put the link in the description so that you can get that for you and get started. Have an amazing rest of your week. And remember that these small shifts do have high impact.